Hey everybody, today is July 1st and it has been exactly 2 weeks since my last update. The plants are improving very well and I'm very happy to see what it looks like today. So let me go around and show you what's going on. Here's my Reaper, one of the best plants that I have in this bunch. Very nice looking plant. Now last week it was devastated by mice. Most of them were eaten, but I'll show you the recovery this week. This plant is loaded with buds. They're everywhere. Now some of the fruit have started to develop. See this evil tail looking? Very nice and bumpy. And there's another one there. See that evil tail? So the tail developed very early in the fruit stage. So as soon as you see the small fruit, you can already see the tail. So here it is, another one. Look at that one. That's a crazy looking tail there. So there's a ton of them. I'm gonna have a lot of fruits from this plant this summer. Hopefully there's nothing else that would set this thing back. So next here is the chocolate Scotch Bonnet. This is probably one of the coolest plant that I have. The fruits are very pretty. It's smooth, it's just very nice, like a balloon, very pretty. So when it starts to ripen, it becomes a chocolate purplish color. Very pretty. Next is the Bahamian Ghoat. This thing is producing like crazy. And the funny thing about this is some of them look like a Scotch bonnet and some of them look like a Reaper. Check this guy out. That thing looked just like a Reaper. Let me show you the Reaper again. See that there? And then the Bahamian Ghoat with the same looking tail. And there's some more tail right there. So that's a very cool plant. Very happy about this guy. Next up is White Devil's Tail. This is a plant that Scott gave me seeds to grow. Thank you, Scott. I love this plant. It looks so cool. Look at this. It even has a tail right there. The cool thing about this is that it's a different color. It's almost like a lightish green color as opposed to this darker green. So all of them are like that. Hopefully it'll turn white as the name described. And here's my red habanero. Nothing's going on for that guy. And then White Ghost. This is the one that Tori gave me. Thanks so much, Tori, for the seeds. So there's some pods already right there and some right here. I'm very excited to see what this guy looks like. Next up is my Banda Ma Jacques. This plant is already producing. Look at this, very nice. A lot of the fruits were eaten. This guy's one of the ones that was eaten very badly. So it's starting to come back. So they're a bunch of fruits, and then the buds are coming back like crazy. So I'm gonna have a good production from him as well. And then here is my red habanero with the dill that got destroyed by the mice. Nothing is happening for him except some buds there. And then this one, if you remember last update, this guy was eaten down to just basically a twig. No leaves were left, but now it's coming back strong. That's the mini Rocoto. And here is the orange habanero that I got seeds from, growing it in a hydroponic method. Here's my 7-pot infinity. Nothing's happening here. Next is the White Ghost that I also got from Tori. I started 2, this one came out later. Another Bahamian Ghoat. Nothing for these guys. And then the last 2 are my favorite plant that started really late, the MOA Scotch Bonnet. There's nothing going on. I didn't top the plant or anything. It was eaten down to this right here, but it's coming back strong. This guy was eaten. And basically the mice gave me a good topping right there. So that's doing okay, it's recovering. Here's the final look at the plants. I mean, they're healthy, they're nice. Very happy about the progress. Even with all the setback, they look fantastic. And here are the 2 additions. I just bought these 2 plants from a local nursery. They have these going for $1.49 each. So I bought 2 of these and a bag of potting soil for under $6. Here they are. This is the Bhut, so hopefully it will turn out to be Bhut because I didn't start these seeds, so I really don't know what's gonna look like. Here's the label. Hopefully it will look like that in a few months. So next up, I'll show you my indoor plants. Alright, here are my indoor plants. The first one here you see is the orange Scotch bonnet, and the fruits have started to ripen. At the end of this video, I'm going to harvest this because there's a ton of them that are still green. If I cut all the ripened fruits off, this would speed up the process of the other one ripening. So if I leave them there, they're just gonna be very, very slow. I want more production from this plant, so I'm gonna harvest all of the ripened fruits, and then I'll let the rest continue to grow here, and then once those have ripened up, I'll cut those off as well. Then I'm gonna trim the plant back. So that's my orange Scotch bonnet. Back there I have is the chocolate reaper, which I'm going to give away, and the white devil's tail, which I will also give away. Then here is the bird's eye chili, the Thai pepper that I was looking for, and one of the gentlemen on our community gave this to me as a trade. So I only got one sprouted because I didn't want to start too many. I have too many already, but this is the one that I was looking for, so I'm very excited for that one. Then those are here's my beets. You don't need to see that, they're not peppers. This one here is the 7-pot white, doing really nice there, starting to bud. I should have fruits for that very soon. And here is my pride plant for my indoor. This is the tree that gave me 72 fruits. I trimmed this thing completely off, and now look at this, it's already coming back, and there are flowers already. So it doesn't take very long for this plant to come back and produce again. For this plant, I have 2 new things that I've added to this here. You see there, that's my graft. This is the graft from the white devil's tail that you saw earlier that I was giving away, and it took. So look at this, it's already starting to grow. Let me show you the graft. Hopefully these will put out fruit the same time as the rest of them, because the rest are already putting out flowers. And then the other graft is here. Very nice graft. It's starting to grow. It grew some really big leaves, so I cut those off. And I see some buds here, but it may fall off, so I don't know. I hope it sticks around. But so this plant would start to put fruit out very, very soon. So again, if you guys are wondering how long it takes for the plant to come back after you trim off the entire thing, I literally cut this off probably like a month ago. I trimmed the plant completely off of everything after I harvested 72 fruits. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link below so you can check it out. But now this one is coming back and it's starting to put fruits again. So it doesn't take very long for the plants to reproduce. So if you guys are interested in doing that, give it a shot. After you harvest your plant, cut everything off. Make sure you give the plant good nutrients and fertilizer and water, and then it will come back and produce again very, very quickly. I would say maximum a month and a half. That's in my experience. It may take longer, but no more than 3 months, I'm sure. Next is my chocolate Moruga. So this plant is going through some problems. I had some leaf issues, and so I'm trying to fix it, but then instead of trying to fix it, because I have so many plants and I'm using this for experiment, so I cut everything off again. So look at this crazy looking fruit. It's really weird. I have 3 fruits right there off of this entire plant. Everything fell off when I was messing around with it. I have so many, so I'm always constantly testing to see what works. This is the result now. It's coming back. You see the bottom is starting to shoot back up, so the plant is looking okay. So the roots are still healthy, so that's fine. So this one will come back in about a month or so. And when I was messing with it, I cut a bunch of branches off. Here it is right here. I'm gonna attempt to clone them as I did with this one. So this one here was a clone that I took off of that guy right there. Just one single branch. I placed it in water just like that in a little container. About a month later, it started to root. You see? Look how small this thing is, and look at the size of that fruit in there. And there's another one right here, and then another one is about to form, and then there's some flowers there, and there's more flowers there. And look at how small this thing is. I mean, smaller than my hand, and it's already producing like crazy. And this one here was the damage that the mice did to my plant outside, the mini Rocoto. So I took one of the branch in here, and I'm gonna try to root that. So it's been a week now, and it's fine. Once that rooted, I'll have another plant. And then here is my chocolate reaper. So I'm growing this very similar to what I'm doing to this. So I'm trying to get more than 72 fruits from this guy. This is a 2-gallon bucket. But anyway, that's all for the plant update. Next we'll do some harvest, and I'll let you see how many fruits I can take off of that plant. Alright, let's cut these off and see how many we get that have ripened. Alright, here's my harvest. I have 19 fruits that I cut off of this plant, and I still have a ton of green ones that are left. So in a few weeks I'll get probably more than 20 more. So not a bad harvest. I mean, this plant could have put out so much more, but if you watch my last video, I killed a lot of the flowers by filling this with just plain water when I went out of town. So all of the buds fell off. Only thing that were left were the fruits. So it could have produced more, but that's fine. I'm still very happy with this. Alright, that's pretty much all for this update. I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave it below. And please come and join our pepper community. There's a ton of people there that are very knowledgeable. So join us. We'll be happy to have you. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.